Hi, everybody. Well, if I was to say to you, who has the best shows out there? What cruise line? Immediately, Royal Caribbean would come to mind. Maybe Norwegian. Some of Norwegian's production shows would come to mind. Well, guess what? According to some people right now, it's an entirely different cruise line. And if I asked you 5 times, you'd probably get it wrong 5 times. So that's right, I'm a big entertainment guy. I'm a big Broadway production guy. I love the Broadway shows, even just saw shows that are just singers and dancers performing different numbers. I still enjoy that. I prefer the big production shows, but I still enjoy the smaller production shows as well. As long as they're live entertainment, live singers, live dancers, really enjoy that. And of course, cruise lines have made their reputation by bringing us some of the best entertainment at sea. Royal Caribbean with their Broadway productions like Wizard of Oz, Grease, Mamma Mia, Cats, Hairspray, to name just, Rock of Ages, just to name a few. And then you have Norwegian cruise ship that had big production shows like Footloose on board. They have the new tribute to Sting, the Donna Summer show, except big production number shows out there that Kinky Boots and Six and all these other shows. They became very popular, very big, and really were known as having the best entertainment at sea. Well, if I was to go to you and say, yeah, but how does Holland America Broadway shows stack up? People probably would not put them up in the top tier. You'd probably definitely have Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, you'd probably have Carnival ahead of them, Celebrity ahead of them, Princess ahead of them, you'd probably even have MSC ahead of them, etc. Because they were not known for their production shows. They were known for their music walk, where they have 3 different styles of music, and you go from one to the next as they play in order in the different venues, etc. That's what they were known for. On their Broadway shows, they would have one show that was like the history of Holland America, which is always fun to watch, but after 3 or 4 times, you've seen it, you've done it, you probably don't want to watch it again. And then they would have a dance troupe, and the dance troupe was good, it was entertaining, but once again, it was on all their ships. So once you see it on one ship, then you see it on another ship, then okay, now I've seen it. As good as it was, but it wasn't also live singing. It was a dance troupe, and they were good at what they did, but it misses something without having the live singers, etc. Well, a few months back, I announced that Holland America was introducing a bunch of new shows onto their ships. And one of them premiered last week. It was Vos and Verdun. And it's the duet that changed Broadway. And I am hearing nothing, and I mean nothing, but absolute rave reviews. Not only from fellow travel agents that have seen it now, people have been emailing me and writing me that were on the ship and said, literally, it is the best show they've ever seen at sea. Ever. And these people have been on Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, etc. So for them to praise it that much, it must be outstanding. Even Forbes magazine has written an article saying that, hey, I like my Broadway shows, and this one is probably the best at sea right now. That's a huge statement. That's a pretty big statement when you see that there's Mamma Mia out there, there's the Wizard of Oz out there, right? To say that this is the best production show that they've ever seen, that's a big statement. And so it has really piqued my curiosity. Now, I will always put, articles by travel magazines and stuff like that. They pay, companies can pay to get advertising on them, so they're kinder, gentler towards the articles, etc. But when passengers send me the information and say that they are blown away, they are absolutely blown away by this production number, it certainly has me curious. It certainly has piqued my interest. So much so that I immediately found out which ship it launched on, and I started looking at the schedules. Now, I think I will wait because they're bringing out more. This is just the first one to launch, and it's a big, big hit. So I'm hoping that they'll bring out like 2 per sailing, maybe 3 per sailing. And once they get up to 2, then I'll jump on a Holland America ship that is showing these 2 production numbers just to check them out. Because I already know the food is good on the ship. Holland America has some pretty darn good main dining room and specialty restaurants on board. They also have the music walk, and if you like live music, they're probably one of the best at sea to actually go on. They'll have jazz, they'll have rock, they'll have classical, they'll have all kind Western night. They'll have all kinds of live music on the ship, and so if you're a fan of that, you're already good food, good live music, and now a good production show? That is like, oh, wait a minute. We got to check this out. We got to get on board and check what's happening with Holland America, because they already have nice ships. They already have good crew. So that throw in the one thing that they were missing. They really were missing the production shows. That was a big drawback with Holland America, at least for someone like myself, who really enjoys the live shows, who really enjoys the production, the live singing, the live dancing, etc. It really did keep me from booking more Holland America cruise lines. Well, good news. They seem to be changing that. And when I counted them, like this just happened last week, and I've already had 10 different people email me saying that they were blown away by Holland America's Foss and Verdun. Absolutely blown away. Okay, that sounds like a pretty good plan to me. So yeah, keep it up, Holland America. If you can bring out another production show that's getting rave reviews like this one, I can't wait to get back on your ships and check them out.